Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. In this video, I will add one more interview question that is very important interview question, and you can expect this question in every interview. And this is very common scenario that we data engineer do. So the question is, they will give you the JSON, that is complex JSON, or you can say the multi-node JSON, and in that you have to parse the JSON. So from there you have to just get the data from the given the JSON. So this is a very obvious thing, like whenever you are pulling data from MongoDB or API, we receive the data in JSON format, and then later we have to parse the JSON. And because we'll not get a simple JSON, we'll get the complex JSON, and from there we need to just take the whatever the requirement is there, whatever the column is there, we need to bring to the data warehouse, that we will get it. So so before moving that, this is my YouTube channel. You can just subscribe, and you can enjoy all the interview questions. So let me just go back to Databricks here, and let's see here. This is the I have just I have taken one JSON here. This is a sample JSON, and you can see this is the nested JSON. This is the complex JSON, whatever you say. So why it is nested is because you can see the one there is one dictionary. Inside that there is another dictionary, and again there is one list, and there is two more dictionaries there. So in this list, again there can be two more dictionary, and there might be one more dictionary. So this is a simple order. Some Let's suppose that one customer, that customer ID is 101, and then his name is John Doe, and his address is um, here. Okay, and he ordered two items. He has done two order. How many orders they have done, that may be there in the JSON. So in this case, in this sample JSON, he has done two orders. So first order and then second order. It can be multiple also. Okay, and in this two orders, first order contain two product, two item, and the second order contain only one item. Okay, so how I need to just know, like, so for this customer, how many order they have done. Okay, so we can find out from the customer and the order ID. Okay, so to write the query and all, we need to parse it in a structure format. So this is the semi-structured data. We need to make it a structure. Okay, how will you do this? So to doing this, we need to first create the schema. Okay, so to creating the schema is very simple. uh, Nowadays there is multiple way of doing that. In the Python there is JSON normalization also there. Okay, but what I use in the real scenario is we use the struct type and all. Okay, so if you see the struct type, it's very simple. So you can just define the struct type. Inside the struct type you have to use the struct field. And what is the customer ID type? So this is type is integer type. Okay, so this is the first one. Okay, so first one is done. Okay, then again it is coming name. Okay, name, inside that again it is dictionary. So we will, how you can define this is the way. So you can use the struct field. Okay, first one is struct field, and then name, and then you have to again define struct type. Inside the struct type again you have to use the struct field two times, first name and last name. Let's suppose that address is there. Address having again, this is dictionary. So you will use the struct field here. Struct field is address, and their struct type. Inside the struct type again, field is coming. Correct, because we see the struct type and struct field. So struct type, and again it is coming the struct field. Okay, so this is the way we define the schema here. Okay, for order also you can see the same. So, but you can see that for order this is array. See this order is inside the list. The list is defined by the array. So that's why you can see the order, it is type of array type. Okay, here we have just written the struct type, and before that we have tried the array type. That is array. So order is array type. So we have defined the array type, and after that you have tried the struct type, and then struct field is order item, amount, order ID, amount, and item. And then if you see the item is again the array type. Okay, if you see item is again array type. Whatever this is array list. So that's why you have to write order inside order array type, and then again item is array type, and you have to write like struct type, struct field, and product. Okay, this is very easy to do it. Just I will give you this sample JSON code also. Whenever, let's suppose that you have added one more field. Okay, one more field is there, so you can just take the snapshot of this, and you can give it put it here. And also you can use the AI as well. So if you have sample JSON, you give the sample JSON. Don't give the your uh, company data in the ChatGPT. So if you have the JSON in this format, you just tweak it little bit, and then if you have the data, you put it into the ChatGPT or Gemini, whatever the AI you are using, and ask them to create the JSON schema for that. Okay, so it will create automatically, so you don't worry about the how to do it, but the interviewer will ask you to do that. In that case, you should know how to write the things. So in the while working, we don't have to worry, but in the interview, you should know how to define the struct field, how to define the struct type. Then again, it's coming the you have to write like this is inside the array and the function, and then you have to write the struct field, and then inside the struct field again name is there, again struct field is there. Again, if there is one more node is there, multi JSON is there, then again it's up to that struct field, write the struct type. Okay, so these things you can do it. It will come to practicing, but it is very easy to do it. So once you define the schema, then you can use uh, spark.dataframe, and this is my JSON data. Okay, this is my JSON data, and you can pass the schema. This is a simple way to create the JSON file. Or if you are reading it from the file, then you can use the same way like spark.read.json or read.file, and then you can pass the file name, and then the schema, you have to pass the schema here, whatever you have created here. Okay, so let me just run it. And so this is very important question, and you should know how to pass the multi JSON. Okay, let's see here how the data is coming after passing it. Okay, might be I have not run this. Let me first run JSON data, and this is for creating schema as well as creating the data frame. Hope you are understanding the things, because this is the database feed reason that is running my warehouse internally. And let me just show you the data. You see how the data is looks like. It is very easy to again to get the value from whatever the required value is there, we can get it. So you can see there are only one customer ID and the name, address, and order. Okay, because we have created the only 1 2 3 4, and we have only 4 1 2 3 4. So if you see, start type in the base level. See the base level, customer ID, name, address, and order. Okay, an order. So address and order. If you see, this is coming as JSON object. Now we are having address object as well. We are having order object. So there is order. There are two array. We see there are two, right? We already discussed one and two. So like that you can see the data here. Now what I want to parse it. So now if you know I want to take the order ID, customer ID is fine. Now I want name. Name means first name and last name, both I want. And address also, we want street, city, zip, whatever you want, we can take it from here with the help of dot operator. So we can use the name dot first, we'll get the first name, name dot last, we'll get the last name. So similarly for address as well, order address dot street, address dot city, address dot zip, will get the field. But here order is array type. Okay, so there are two array. So for this customer ID, we need two row should create per order. Okay, so how to do that? To do this, we can use the explode function. So explode will explode this into two row. I already have explained about the explode function. You can watch my previous video here. I have already explained the explode function, how you can explode. See, there is uh, two things together, so we can make it into two row. That is the way here. You can just watch it. That is simple function, explode function. So let's suppose that. So now we need to use explode on orders. So df dot customer id is fine. This is straightforward. And then name dot first name, it is alias is first name, then name dot last name, then again the street, city and zip, we are taking it from the address. Okay, and then you can see there, I'm just I will just take the order here first to show you how it will look like. Okay, because it will look like the same, we are not doing the explode here. Let's run it here, because I want to show you all the data in the separates, because right now there is 4 column, we need few more extra column. Now order one, if you see, we will have data as first name, last name, street, city, zip, and order is simple like that. So now we will use the explode on order. Then we'll get the two row. Okay, same thing, same code in the web. We are just using the explode in the order. We need to explode the function of the SQL PySQL. So you need to import this one. You see in the beginning only I have imported explode and column, all the things. Okay, so let me just run this one. Run this one. After running it, just display this. So you'll get the two row here. Okay, see here, because in this both row per list item, it will exploded here. So this is the first item, and this is the first order. This is second order. Order A001 and order 002. Again, if I want to order ID, order amount is fine. But what if you want only item? Item is again list. So again, we have to do the export on item. Okay, so if you see this one, I have taken the column order and order ID and order amount. Okay, and along with that, on top of order item, we are using the function explode again for the item. So again, this you know how to parse it, how to do the explode. So if you after doing the explode, you can see one more row come, because for this two ID means there is order ID called AG01. There are two items. Okay, laptop and mouse. And for order A002, there is only one item. And that is keyboard. If you see the data, you will find out. You can understand. See the item, two item, and this is only one item. So after exploding, there will be two array, two row for that. Okay. Oh, now, so that's what it's here. So now I want from item, I want item product and item quantity. Okay, then how to do that? We can just use the dot operator, item dot product and item dot quantity. So item dot product, it is product, and item dot quantity is quantity. And then you will, that's all. That is the we will do the parsing here. So now we will have the data in structured format. Simple. So now whatever the data analytics will need to find out, they can find out easily. So let's suppose this is the small one JSON. So now it you have the one more list here. I'm just doing it for understanding purpose. So let's see here. I will add one more dictionary. There is one more order. Got one more some other customer IDs there. There might be this many data is there, right? So this is John 1. So 1. Let it be. This one be. I will change to 3. This I will change to 4. 4. And order amount let it be same. So let's run it. There are two customer now. So now this will be same. Structure will be same. Let's suppose let's create the data frame. After creating the data frame, we'll find out there is two customer now. Okay, there are two customer now. So remaining things will be same. So why I added one more customer is because you can understand, like in the real life, real time, you will get thousands of customer ID, millions of customer ID. For that also you should comfortable, like you can do it. So this data will be there in the file. For understanding purpose, I have just taken the one row. So how I work? So whenever we receive data, we'll do first testing. So just take the one customer ID, prepare the schema with the help of AI, and then that's all. You once you understand the it is working for one customer ID, it will work for all the files. Okay, let's suppose that one more schema got changed the source type, and there is a customer ID, and let's suppose I'm just writing one just simple. Let's suppose that test. There is one more item called or what we can do, order item, shipping address, or status. Let's suppose that status of order, delivered or something is there, active. Okay, let's it is doing that active. So this I want to fetch. Okay, active, and here also I'm putting here inactive. Okay, so this one I have added. So to get the active status or in inactive status, we need to add change the schema. So just copy this, paste it, and what was the column name? Column name is status. So put the status, and this is not integer type, this is string type. So take the string type here. That's all. Okay. Now schema is ready. So I was showing you the simple, but you can just try for list also. Okay. Dictionary of list also. Dictionary as well you can try. It's easy. It's here only. You can just copy and give the name. If you practice 2-3 times, it will be easy. Now we will get the status as well. You can see status. But status data is coming as null. Why? We can see it. Status is a string type, status field. Okay. Integer type, because I might not run this one because this is 3 minutes ago it ran. Okay. Let me just run it because the actual JSON is not there. Okay. Let it run it and then run this one again and run data frame. You can see active and inactive. So if source type got changed, you can commit here and then change the data type. So usually in the working in the work, so we need to keep adding the column. So we will define this schema in separate file, and we can add it there. So that are all you can explain to the interviewer. So that's all for this. So that's all for this video. Hope you understand how to parse any type of multi JSON or complex JSON, multi node JSON, whatever you say, and you can give the answer. Okay. Thank you very much.